I love this question. What could happen at trial? That is a great question. You should ask your defense attorney what could happen at trial, because I think it's important as part of the decision-making process. And I break it down into two sections. The first section is, what problems can we figure out with this trial before we even get in trial? And that we can figure that out based on what judge are we in front of, what does the evidence look like, what prosecutor do we have, what witnesses are available, what sort of problems have we seen in depositions based on what these witnesses have said. We can figure out a lot of the answers to your question, what's going to happen at trial, before we even get to trial. That's part one. But part two is a little tough, and that can, people can lose sleep over part two, and that is, there's an unpredictability to going in front of 6 or 12 strangers from Florida. We don't know what is going to happen in trial necessarily. Some good things and some bad things can fly out of people's mouth at trial that we just cannot predict. And that, look, this is not rocket science, but it's like Jeff Bezos, he left Amazon to go run the rocket company Blue Origin, and he says this about every rocket launch. We have two problems. One problem, we can simulate the rocket launch. We can do all these simulations. We can figure out problems without even launching a rocket, and that's great. But the second set of problems that Bezos says that any rocket launch has are in-flight problems. In-flight, in space, stuff that just cannot necessarily be predicted. Those can be difficult problems, and this is the same way with trials. We just can't predict some of the wild things that could happen at trial. With a lot of preparation and a lot of experience, we can get you pretty close to telling you, hey, here's what could happen at trial. But I think there's still a lot of wild cards once you get in trial, and that's tough to predict.